Hey there, it's Mike Langford. Welcome to another update for the Modern Financial Advisor, brought to you by Trulytics, the one and only comprehensive advisor transition management platform. This week on the show, I have a very special guest. His name is Tony Stich, the Chief Operating Officer of Advicent NaviPlan. Yeah, that NaviPlan. Ever heard of it? Yeah, of course you've heard of it. Over 140,000 financial advisors here in North America and many more around the world use NaviPlan for their financial planning solution for their clients and in their business, right? So NaviPlan's kind of a big deal. And what's really interesting about this conversation with Tony is we're able to dive in deep on the evolution of financial planning going way back to 1969. That's where the origins of NaviPlan comes from, that far back. So they've seen a lot and they've watched the industry change over the years. But we also spend a lot of time talking about the future. Where is the world headed? Not only from a financial planning needs perspective for customers, right, for your clients. I mean, the world's changing. COVID-19 has kind of upended some things and people are working from home now and many will continue to do that. People will rethink their lives, their not only their financial goals, but their life goals and their lifestyle. So that stuff's going to change. But we also spend a reasonable amount of time talking about how technology is going to play a really important role in the evolution of our industry, because as we've talked a lot about on this show, there's a coming wave of advisor transition, right? About 40% of financial advisors are predicted to exit the industry over the next 10 years or so. And if that actually happens, or even half of that number happens, there's going to be a bit of a challenge in transitioning the books of business that those advisors are managing to the new advisors, whether those are new young advisors coming in or advisors that are in place already for succession planning or just somebody doing a traditional M&A, because you're going to need to scale and technology is going to have to help you do that. So really interesting conversation there. You can check that out over on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, SoundCloud, wherever you'd like to get your podcast jam on. You could also see Tony and me doing this podcast over on the YouTubes. That's right. We recorded this podcast, our first ever video podcast, and we get it all edited up and it's on the YouTube. You can check it out over on trulytics.com, of course, with the show notes for this episode as well. And we're going to be doing that going forward whenever practical. Not everybody is set up to record video. Tony and I just happen to be. You get to see a behind the scenes here of the studio. So not just my desk behind me, but what does it look like behind this camera, right? Ever wondered? Well, here's one little fun fact. There is a custom print of the Millennium Falcon on the wall behind me here. And Tony and I happen to be pretty raging Star Wars fans. So we talk about that only a little bit because we promised Matt, the head of marketing there at NaviPlan, that we wouldn't talk about it too much. But we had to get a little poquito amount of Star Wars in there. So we did talk a little bit, but not too much. Maybe we'll do a different pod on that topic, but really, really fun stuff. So check that out. Head on over to YouTube. Please do subscribe to the channel there. You can see that this episode of the show, but also all the audiograms, the full episode audiograms are there, and all of these little preview update videos that I've done over the past are there as well. So you can kind of check that stuff out and get a feel for what's going on. And any other videos we publish for Trulytics end up over there on YouTube as well. So if you ever want to know what's going on, there's old webinars up there and lots of cool stuff. So go to YouTube, search for Trulytics. You're going to find some coolness. All right. That's it for me from now. Make sure you are staying safe. Please do wear your mask, keep your distance, and be nice to each other. Okay. We'll see you over in the podcast. All right. Have a good one. Bye.